This is Notes for Engineers and I'm Alistair Cook. You may know me from such community activities as the V Brown Bag podcast and the Auto Lab. Today I'm doing the introduction to Notes for Engineers, a new video series that aims to help illuminate some areas of enterprise infrastructure, IT infrastructure. This series is going to come in a couple of different formats, and I'm showing you one of these formats where we have a large post-it note in the center being the place where the note takes place, and then a couple of engineers. Normally I'll be this guy over here waving my arms around and asking questions. But today I'm on this side because I'm drawing the diagram. So the person on this side of the little notepad is going to be drawing a diagram because they're going to be explaining something to do with a problem they solved or an issue they've encountered or something they've tested and made work in IT infrastructure. Particular focus on virtualization because that's what I've been working with for the last 10 years. This series of videos, they're going to be nice short 10 or 15 minute long videos. Each one's going to focus on a single technical issue or area where it's worthwhile learning more, and there'll be a series of guests, I guess, coming along and presenting. The guests will be people who are working in enterprise IT or in IT infrastructure and are building real solutions, actually going out and fixing things and implementing new products, and they'll be talking about their actual hands-on experience. Don't expect to see any marketing and sales people standing in and doing this piece. This is absolutely going to be people doing technical implementation. Many of them will just be talking about their recent projects, so in this way it's a little like some of the presentations that you get at the VMUG summits and VMUG meetings, only it's cut down to 10 minutes worth. I'll be over here representing you, so I will be the audience who asks questions of the presenter over here, the person who's done something useful, and tries to drill in a little further and sort of bring out deeper understanding of what's going on. Hopefully I do a good job of asking the questions that you're thinking. This is one of the formats we're going to have, which is the kind of interview format. I'm also going to do some bite-sized presentation formats, so there'll be recorded presentations, and they'll be essentially a PowerPoint slide deck and me narrating over the top. These ones really draw from what I see as a VMware trainer, and particularly working with people who are new to virtualization and some of the areas where they really don't understand and where things are fairly difficult and cause some amounts of fear amongst the conventional teams, the people who don't understand virtualization so much. And the aim with these is that I'm going to provide bite-sized learnings for the people who are new to virtualization. So you as the regular, and I'm assuming if you're watching this one, you're one of the regular virtualization people and the specialists within your organization, you'll frequently find yourself explaining things to colleagues who are less familiar with virtualization and IT infrastructure. So this video series should be little pieces of learning to help them to understand better and to save you from having to reteach or teach each member of your staff separately the same thing. And as they say, if you have to explain something to somebody twice, you should probably write it down and put them to the writings. This is the video, and it'll be very consumable this way. This series is going to involve a lot of other people beyond myself. Of course, when I'm standing over there on the right-hand side asking the questions, there's going to be somebody standing over here on the left-hand side. Or is this the right-hand side? It depends where you're standing. Standing on this side is going to be somebody who's done something. It isn't going to be me most of the time. It's usually going to be somebody from out there in the community. If you've done something interesting, or if you've solved a problem, or if you've seen a regular fault you've had to deal with for a number of your customers, please do come and stand on this side and explain how it works and how to avoid the problems or how to implement something new. So I'm absolutely looking for lots of people to come in and stand on this side and explain something that they've done. The other thing is, if you're actually a product vendor and your product is not well understood by the technical implementer people, the people who are building real solutions, then these Notes for Engineers is a really good way to educate the market about your product and to help the actual technical implementer to understand how and why they should use your product. And this is one of the places where I see a lot of value for people, is making newer products very accessible to them. If you'd like to be a presenter on here, or if you'd like your product to be presented around, please do get in touch with me. You can find me as Alistair at vbrownbag.com, or you can just go to the Notes4Engineers.com website, number 4, and you'll find all the details there. Get in touch with me, we can line up some sessions and get lots of really good content in here. The other thing is, if you are experiencing this regular teaching your colleagues how to deal with particular problems, feel free to either send me some video of yourself explaining it, or propose the idea for me. Tell me the subject areas that you find yourself most often having to explain to your colleagues, and maybe I'll throw up some video around it as well. I'm Alistair Cook. This has been the introduction to Notes4Engineers, and there will be plenty more videos to follow.